this. We want to jump into worst trade, best trade of the week.
So I was moving this week, so I wasn't super active. So I'd say my worst trade of the past 2 weeks is this Pegasus, PEGA. Now, the chart is great, but the last chart talk we had, I was talking about how I was in love with the chart. It was my favorite chart on the market. I had to be involved. And then we come into that Monday, and we get a gap up, and that one gapped up too much for me. So I took my eye off it type of thing because I knew I wouldn't be able to get like super max heavy in it. But what I should have done is kept my eye on it and bought a little bit against the support level just to be involved. Maybe it gives me another setup. Maybe it goes without me. But either way, I'm involved. Now I see this name at highs, and I'm sick about it because I love the chart. I called it out. I was watching the name, and then I didn't make any money, and it went. So that missed trade for me has just been the worst thing I've done the past 2 weeks. And my best trade didn't even trigger yet. I'm just building a position in this QLYS. What I did really well this week was just kind of buy against support. I bought Wednesday. I bought what is that? I bought this 88 Wednesday against 86.50, and it didn't go yet. 90 is like the first trigger, and it's got this huge level above at 96. So, and then I was trading against 86.50, and then it came down Thursday and Friday and just held 87.50, 88 area, and I picked up a chunk of stock against that 86.50. So now we're all looking to buy 90 next week. Now I have a huge position from like 88.15 or so. And if it triggers that 90, I'll be able to move my stop up to 87.50 where that recent support is, and I can get massive because then my average price will be 89.50 or so. Massive amount of stock, $2 risk, and now I'm so prepared if it wants to go after that 96 level, and then if it breaks that, who knows what could happen. So I just set myself up, building a really big position in this name. That's really the best thing I've done this week.
Similar, we talked about like Valentino like 2 weeks ago when he bought that Sky W above 350 December's 56, where we were all watching 62, and he had such good stock where if it breaks 62, it's awesome. If it pushes through and reverses, he can take some off and get out, and it's like such an easy trade versus trying to be perfect through 96 or even like DXM like through 155. It's just like getting good stock, and you can just hold for like that move if it's ready, and if not, you'll still make money anyways. 2 trades of mine that were not good, pretty much both the same thing. We had GWPH is a name we've been watching pretty much all year, that 175, 180 level. Bought 175 kind of the beginning of June, and then they added through 180, and I just had my stop too tight, like what you talked about earlier in the video.
You got ticked into that 180? Broke it by like 25 cents?
Yep, ticked in. And just like you said, like being too perfect with the stop, especially in this environment, it's just not really what we're here for. And this was a perfect example. Like it pushes me out yesterday. The trade really didn't fail. It's just kind of chopping around. Like there was really no reason to lose money in that. And the same thing happened in Disney. We were watching that 142 half area. And I picked some up and pretty much had to stop. That one day where it gapped down and filled, like pretty much got hit in the low. But knowing this chart, knowing it's top right, I knew I had to buy back, and it's working now. But I know that given this trade, I got to give it to 139.75. A little lesson learned. And then the 2 good trades, I've been sitting in this MU, since the break on 30 through 36, and just kind of haven't been too crazy with it, just letting it work and grind higher. And then same with this WDC, not really our bread and butter being top right, but it was a support buyback. Just hold at 36, bought on the way up through 40. Now it's at 55. It's up like 36%. I literally bought it once, moved my stop maybe twice. And now if it wants to continue higher, I'm in it. If it wants to roll back over into this range, I'm out below 52. So it's 2 trades that pushed me out for some small losses. Then I got 2 names I've been kind of sitting in that are helping keep them green on the screen. So yeah, and then